court to God. The white man is the devil.
You see, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above when they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white man. Need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone be. Boy, ass need to stop and ask you to prop. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed it, up for parole. Because of the COVID, it feel like the hoes in this world that don't go together. Nowhere is gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the props. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the props. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and know boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the props. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to prop. One step, I'm solid for show. For the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no losses, ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just pay with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep me slave. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high, got your baby pants through the fire. Ask you the prophets, that baby so belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will failure, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
See, y'all think it's just about us in here, but this is about an oppressive, fucked up system designed to keep niggas down and shit. Y'all wouldn't know nothing about that. What about you, little nigga? You know about that?
Yes.
Oh, you know about that? Tell me what you know about that. Tell me what you think about that.
I turn up when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, you gon' find me in the field. House niggas looking at a nigga like chill. I go hard when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, find me in the field. I don't give a fuck how a house nigga feel. Belly of the beast, we been living in hell. They like, damn Kai, how could you tell? Put us in the project, set us up to fail. Round here, bullets be flying like hell. Too many of my niggas either dead or in jail. Make a nigga work when you locked in a cell. Can't find work when you out on bail, but your homie got the work, so we passed you a scale. Got them birds like the Bible got quail. Niggas selling out cause they mama got bills. Turn into coons like Oprah and Gail. How you sell your soul just to get a little kale? They put you in a dress when you get a record deal. Wanna see a nigga getting high on pills? You can dance on a pole, you can sell that tail, but they never tell a nigga that he can go to Yale. We all created equal, that's white males. All lives matter, not black males. Another mother crying, another coffin got a nail. How many brothers out here got killed? How many of our sisters out here gotta heal? How many more caps gotta get peeled? We beef with each other so quick to pull the steel. George Zimmerman still alive and well. I turn up when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, you can find me in the field. House niggas looking at a nigga like chill. I go hard when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, find me in the field. I don't give a fuck how a house nigga feel. I turn up when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, you gon' find me in the field. House niggas looking at a nigga like chill. chill. Yo, chill!
Prison industrial complex is a system situated at the intersection of government and private interests. It uses prisons as a solution to social, political, and economic problems. It includes human rights violations, the death penalty, slave labor, policing, courts, the media, political prisoners, and the elimination of dissent.
They just want us to die in silence. They just want us to die in silence. I might start me a fucking riot. Slave rebellion, no compliance. They just want us to die in silence. They murder minds like they got a license. I pray for the coronavirus to kill all of these violent tyrants. They prey on us like they poaching lions. World War III's on the horizon. Black and Hispanics form alliance. From the west coast to the islands, this pressure is making diamonds. They've awakened sleeping giants. I turn up when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, you can find me in the field. House niggas looking at a nigga like chill. I go hard when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, find me in the field. I don't give a fuck how a house nigga feel. I turn up when it's real in the field. Feel. I don't give a fuck how a house nigga feel. But feel.
Nigga, did you just say what I was trying to say, but smarter? I like this little nigga.
One West, 12 tribes, UPK. Yeah. I'm a One West rapper, no half-stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters. I'll ride for those letters. The squad is forever. Ever since a nigga was young, I knew what I wanted. Knew that we could either be hunters or with the hunted. Meaning only choice was the predators or the prey. Showed this man wherever I was, but I didn't play. Then I started spitting, step fire to every stage. Rap gave a little bit of buzz, but it didn't stay. Then I started hustling, getting at some bread. I always went broke, making sure that my niggas fed. But then I looked for loyalty, niggas, they wasn't there. The same that I shed blood for, and it wasn't fair. Well, fuck it though, turn they back on a real nigga. It's when I found UPK and I'm still with them. Drill with them, cause I've been in the field with them. Fringed up garments, rocking the shield with them. I never turn traitor, I never let my colors fly. Never get my brother's book. I ain't like that other guy, nothing like them funny groups. They just better get in line. If you in the middle, you confused, you should pick a side. Me, I must stay loyal to the king till the day I die. I am One West, head beating in my chest. Fuck all the rest, we stayed, y'all left. Suckers ran scared, had to clean up y'all mess. That's why we took over, I can see that y'all stressed. We ain't got time to worry about no hater. My life is like a movie, should come with a narrator. They gather data, they wanna see us assimilated. Marching through the streets, know we coming, you hear our cadence. All you smell is Henny and frankincense is the fragrance. Cause I'm a One West rapper, no half-stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters, I'll ride for those letters. The squad is forever. I'm a One West rapper, no half-stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters, I'll ride for those letters. My squad is forever. It's forever. Squad is forever. When a nigga in this mode like I get so hyped, shining blinding like a strobe light. I'm my only comp, so I battle me back and forth night. Like a bullfight, I see red charge and destroy Mike. Gave me foresight, so I know that winning the war might have them all tight. Fuck their feelings, cause they the soft type. I was always taught never turn your back on your brothers. Take on any enemy, know the strength in these numbers. UPK official, and ain't no coward among us. So make me go and bang with them sticks like I'm a drummer. How y'all gonna run with the style that we invented? You always talk the war was wild, but you never in it. All that coulda, shoulda, woulda. I see how you try to spin it. The way my soldiers move out, you think that we got evicted. There's One West in the building, we owning it while you renting. Lyrical exercise in the booth is my Planet Fitness. Words move you like calisthenics. Bars heavy, so when I bench it, I'm building up a hardcore. I flex when I'm finished. And right after a light workout, it's back to business. Group sick of UPK, cause we the illest. I got one question, will they ever stop hating? Waiting on this war so long, I'm salivating. Niggas turn bitch so strong, I call them Caitlyn. I get the green light, let's go, no hesitation. Y'all just been holding our spot like reservations. Now we back to work while you suckers still on vacation. Mixtape singles and even collaborations. They smiling in the face, but I know I see aggravation. You ain't got to hide it though, you fucking mighty cone. UPK bringing that heat, you know the fire's on. It's One West. cause I'm a One West rapper, no half stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters. I ride for those letters, the squad is forever. One West rapper, no half stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters. I'll ride for those letters, the squad is forever. It's forever. The squad is forever.
Yeah. Go ahead. Come on, West. Go ahead. Go ahead. Rockin' this shit. Go ahead. Look, I keep it loyal to the team. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Go ahead. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. Go ahead. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Go ahead. This shit is too easy. I'm on gold, but they don't believe me. You know I'm winning with the team. Screaming Vinny, 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 Beach. Hear them devils screaming out bloody murder. I'm about to close the curtain. I'm on my grind, bitch, and work. Sorry, all them lies, it ain't working. Them niggas weak, they be churching. I'm a West nigga, that's for certain. If he cross the line, I'ma back up and I'ma hit his ass with this virus. And I come through 300 strong, 144 Leonidas. All my niggas, we eatin'. I'm in this bitch with the itis. Say, all y'all do the sweet. They all do the sweet. The nigga made the wrong move, he make his ass out the league. He ain't one of us hit the league. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Go ahead. Look, I keep it loyal to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat.
You see this look that's on my face, bitch, I'm for real with it. I hit the streets, put on my cleats, was in the field with it. You soft as cotton, just an actor, Uncle Phil with it. And then my targets on the move, but I can still hit it. Hey, I speak true cause it's necessary. Gullah Jack revolutionary. Cold on them like January. Commander General is a visionary. Soul food, no sweets. Your preacher man, he's sweet. Matter of fact, he weak. It's wartime for peace. Think you hard, nigga, you ain't. Fuck with us, nigga, you can't. You smart cars, we pace. We form up in ranks. We body bag this rap shit. All black, no bright shit. Real life, no cap, bitch. Fall on them, that's cap shit.
I keep it loyal to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Go ahead.
One West is too raid, son. That's where I came from. That is my A1s. I'm talking day one. Rest of these niggas out here is just fake, son. Look, you can hate, son. You cannot take, son. I've been in every hood out of my state, son. Out in these streets, I'm steady blazing. Looking to cut a nigga like I'm Jason. I am the one. This is the Matrix. Going so hard that they think I'm an agent. Going so hard that they said I'm a Mason. These are the facts, though. I'm just amazing. There is no other way that I could save them. I earn my spot, they'll never be vacant. These niggas lazy. They got complacent. They wanna level these fucking Caucasians. How the fuck we gonna rebuild our nation? You niggas feminine. Go get some makeup. Sorry, but my love is only for Jacob. We had some hard days. We learned some hard ways. Always. always. Just know that I pray that we get it out the dust. Only thing that I trust, knowing that my niggas gon' bust. That's thumbing up the rush, thinking that you won't get touched. Fuck when my brother get crushed, been through too much. Always come through in the clutch. Nigga just do what it does, fuck you thought shit was. Nigga, it wasn't. Know that I do this a dozen. Always kept it 100. Niggas know I never stunning. And I keep shit running, even on the days when the pain keep coming, or a nigga fucked up and he feel like numbing. Show goes on, I just keep on drumming my fate. Even on the days I wanna break, saying how much could I take, still kept my faith. Even when these niggas act fake, even when it came like a snake, still kept my faith. Some days I ain't even wanna wake, some days that my heart had aches, still kept my faith. Even on the days I wanna break, some days that my heart had aches, still kept my faith.
Dark days with no night vision, that's why my heart is a cave, there's ice in it. Don't even trust niggas no more, Lord is my witness. Me and these niggas ain't the same, it's a slight difference. Thought a nigga had my back, now it's a knife in it. But now I'm back at the back like it's the ninth inning. Still got the backpack packed in the back of the camp, taking any given chance to blaze on the white man. Son of Benjamin, born on the right hand, never losing grip, I understand who I am. Met a man to show me the right path, now I'm rooted in the truth, to rule is my plan. And I can never lose sight like an exam. Sharp as iron, I was forged by fire, man. In the circle of life, how could I tire, man? I was undesired, had no one, and then I met these men and it changed how I'm living. Their words was convicting, called that a life sentence. Now I need a witness, but no, I'm not Christian. My faith in these scriptures, man, not no religion, man. It's like Tazab, and I'm with my brother Katazab. Man, you niggas too sweet like Bob.
Let's clap it up.
Over here, sit down right there. All right. All right, we in the game. All right, shalom, Israel. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, Barakatah to the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Shamar, Allah Ta'ala Shem Yahweh Shah to the sisters. This is the ISUPK, started out of 125th Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana, the home of the truth. You know, this is that. So, with that being said, make sure you are paying your tithes. You know what I'm saying? If you you in classes, getting breakdowns, or you out there one of those fake Israelite groups, with 12 tribe charts, with the 12 tribes on there, all that started from the home of the truth.
Right.
Go ask your leader, your elder, whatever you want to call them. Where they got the information from, where it started, and they'll tell you it started right here. So you should be paying your tithes right here. So with that being said, make sure you share the class as well. Make sure you share the class, all right? Because the information coming out in all of our classes is the best definition of life-saving, life-altering, life-changing, for brothers and sisters. When I say brothers and sisters, I mean the so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians. And like I said, there's a lot of factions under that, so you can definitely check out our chart, the 12 tribe chart on our website. Go to isubk.com. You'll be able to see that and find out which tribe you come from and things like that if you have questions. And also, you can ask them in class. You know what I'm saying? We welcome questions, comments, concerns, complaints, whatever. Type of man. We on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all of that. We stream it. Like I said as well, you can go on our website and find the city near you, and you can subscribe to their classes and go to class if you're close enough to it, and subscribe to get this information. The information is priceless. Like I said, life-saving, life-altering, and it can be the answer. It absolutely is the answer to your prayers. Lord, send me a sign.
Right.
Show me something. Give me a sign of something to
right.
help me get out of this hell that I'm in. Why am I going through the things that I'm going through? Why is this happening to my people? Why are my people so destroyed? It's going to give you the answers and the solutions to all those questions. Okay. Right. And so that's why it's paramount. It's absolutely vital to your survival that you get this information and share this information. Speaking of that, and make sure I share, because you never know, who needs to have this information. So you want to make sure you share it and get it out there, man. It's like I said, it's absolutely vital, man. Boom, boom. Okay, there we go. Let me go ahead and get this shared.
I said, get that share myself because, like I said, you never know who needs to get this truth, man. So we're gonna push it. Make sure you push it and get it out there so the people can get this information. Because we got a ton of things to talk about today. You know what I'm saying? Also, you know, like I said, well, I already said it, but make sure you put them questions. Type them in. Don't be shy. You know, there's no such thing. You know, it's a stupid question. You know, you're trying to get information. You know, you might, you know, some of the things that I know now I didn't know, you know, 6 years ago, last year, things like that. You know, you should constantly be seeking the truth. Like the scriptures say, meditating on the word day and night. You know, every day you're trying to learn something you didn't know yesterday. Every day you're trying to get better than you was the day before. And so that's what we're doing, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing in here. So yeah, go ahead and don't be selfish and try to hold the information to yourself, or you know, shameful that you know, that you're getting the information from brothers that, you know, come from the streets, that's not running around, you know, splurging our money on 3-piece suits, Rolls Royces, and different things like that. We actually using our like you said, the alligator shoes. We actually using our resources to give back to the community, to build up the community. You know what I'm saying? If you're down there in Texas, man, and you have any skills on husbandry, you know what I'm saying? If you have any skills on husbandry, you know, reach out to the Dallas school, man, and offer your expertise in that. Maybe you're not a soldier, can get your boots on the ground. You know, you ain't a soldier to do this type of work, but you are into husbandry. And if you don't, for anybody who don't know what that is, that's farming. You know what I'm saying? If you know anything about farming and tilling land, you know, we got over, I believe it was 56 acres. 56 acres of land that we're farming on, so we can open up grocery stores and feed the people and do the things that you know, the Lord put us here to do. So it's things like that, man. You know what I'm saying? There's tons of work to do. Absolutely tons of work to do, man. You just gotta you know, have some zeal to go out and, you know, put the same effort you put into going to find that weed, you know, scraping up that money to go buy a blunt. You know, put that same energy into trying to do something to benefit your people in the nation. Because obviously you see what's going on. Our people is more in need of all things. We getting shot down in the streets left and right. You know, they murdering our elderly at the gas stations, not gas stations. Well, at the gas stations too, it was just a murder. But they also murdering our people at grocery stores, you know, supermarkets, grocery stores, schools. You know, so it's terrible out here. So, you know, we need to come together more than ever. And so that's what, you know, that's what you should be endeavoring to do. Endeavoring to do what's vital to the title of helping your people, of being a beacon, a light to your people. You know, like I said, put that same energy you put into doing negativity, put that same energy into doing positivity. The same energy you put into doing evil, you know, put that same energy into doing righteous. Doing righteousness, okay? That's what we got to do, man. So, so yeah, so make sure, like I said, make sure you go ahead and share the classes, man, so we can go ahead and get rocking. So if there's no questions, I'm not seeing questions just yet. So if there is no questions right now, we can get into a couple of the topics, because we definitely got some, like I said, some heavy information to come out. I'm sure y'all, you know, like I said, we just brought up the murders. The murders of these children, these Latino babies, man. You know, the young innocent babies that were just murdered. And if you could, you can pull up it's all over the place. You can pull up that video. You can pull up that video of that, because you know, just in case you don't know, anybody who don't know, and you know, a Latino school was shot up by a potential, you know, Latino brother. You know, I've heard tons of stories about this brother's nationality. You know, he's supposed to be Latino. He could be a Spaniard. You know what I'm saying? We're not 100% sure. But one thing we do know, one thing is for certain, if you can grab the scripture, you are of your father. You know what I'm saying? One thing we do know, this brother was indoctrinated by American society and American culture. Because mass murder, violence is American culture. That's what they did to build America. It was built on mass murder, destruction, lying, stealing, and cheating, you know, whatever. It was built on that. And so it's not surprising that, let's say, if this person was physically by blood an Israelite, you know what I'm saying? Which we don't know, like I said, because he could be a Spaniard. But if it was, we're gonna show you the scriptures that shows you once you adopt this culture and you embrace this culture, because I've heard that he's supposed to be a transsexual as well. Yeah. It could be true, it could not. You know, that's the information is still coming out. But like I said, one thing we do know is he went into the school and murdered people. Mass murder is American culture. It's American culture, it's American doctrine, and he is of his father, who is your teacher. He is of his father, the devil, the liar and deceiver. That's who he is. It's absolutely, because my heart goes out, you know, to them families, man, who is suffering in this time. But we are in the time of the last days. Right. We are in absolutely the last days. The scriptures speak on this. You know, a time of terror, hatred, mass murder. We are in those times, man. And it's time that you wake up out of your sleep and come up out of your lust of what you want and start doing the things that you need to do to save your people, so your child's school is not the next school shot up. Right. Or the grocery store that you patronize is not the next store that's shot up because you might well be in there. Right. Okay. So we finna we finna get into it, man, because this thing has been like I said, it's been very hurtful. It was very hurtful. Like I said, my heart goes out, and prayers go up. You know what I'm saying? May them young babies rise again, because that was terrible. Right. You know what I'm saying? But we are in these days, and we're gonna let the Lord speak. We're gonna let the Lord speak about what's going on, why it's going on, and the times that we're in. Because it's high time that you wake up out of sleep, thus says the Lord. That's right. It's that time, man. So it's absolutely that time. Do you got that video, or just so they can see what you're talking about? 19 people. 19 people because of a lack of brotherhood, something that we push so heavily in the UPK. Right. A lack of brotherhood, a lack of sisterhood. Like, that is the problem. We hate one another because of the doctrine that we embrace. You know, because we grew up in this place, and we're so, you know, the trauma that we go through, the PTSD that we have to deal with, like it will cause a person to snap and do these horrible things, man. Because when you take on a culture and a custom of a people, you will be like them people. That thus says the Lord. Right. You got the scripture too?
So John 8:44.
Yeah. So let's grab that video real quick, and then we'll get into that scripture.
Come.
Yeah. I wasn't ready just yet.
It's like I grabbed a different.
Oh, okay.
Website.
No,
I got you.
No, okay. No, we all good. I thought you were saying it was ready. No, we cool. So we finna get into it, man. But like I said, we gonna get into these scriptures because we're gonna let you know. We want to warn the people. We got to be the watchman for the people. That's our job. Right. So watch out for the people and show you, like, hey, this is the solution. You know, you sad, you hurt, upset right now. You have to channel that anger in the right way. You got to channel that anger towards the solution. Not to go out and murder somebody else or hurt somebody else or do something that's contrary to the solution. You know what I'm saying? Contrary to what the Lord wants you to do. Right. That's not what we're trying to do here. Right. Okay? We gotta do something. You don't want to do things that's counterproductive. All right. So what we want to do is find out what the solution is. And we're going to, like I said, we're going to get into some of these scriptures to show you what the solution is to this pandemic. You know what I'm saying? This epidemic, whatever that's going on. Because I know y'all see, a couple of things that's just, that we ain't got to even get into this. Like I love the UPK, which stands for Universal Practical Knowledge.
Right.
Practical knowledge. You know that that brother might have been Latino.
Right.
Israelite. He might have been. So he didn't come up out of that situation alive.
Right.
Just in case y'all ain't peeped that. He didn't come out alive. That devil who just shot up all them black people over in Buffalo.
Right.
They didn't even put him on the ground to arrest him. They didn't lay him down. Right. I'm talking about it looked like a routine traffic stop.
Right.
He was just as clean as can be. They dust him off. They checked him. They was as delicate as you can be with somebody who just murdered 10 people. A mass murderer got treated better than somebody who at a routine traffic stop. You see brothers get treated at traffic stops and, they mouthed off a little bit to the police officers. This devil went and killed 10 people and was treated better than the person who got stopped at a traffic stop who might have been a little frustrated and said a curse word at the cop. He got treated better.
Right. But
this person who just went and shot up these children and also his grandmother, I believe, he shot and killed his grandmother first.
So the grandmother is actually recovering in the hospital, so she's not dead.
Okay, so he shot his grandmother. She ain't not dead at the moment. She may pull through,
And if I may say also too, they just showed a video of the grandfather of the mass murderer or whatever. As far as Texas, they showed the grandfather. The grandfather kind of looks like he's Israel.
Right. I said the reason that he is murdered is more like is proof that he may be Israel. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't walk out of that situation alive, like the devil who murdered all them brothers and sisters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't walk away alive. He was murdered. You know what I'm saying? And he was killed. He is not alive after that situation. But like I said, if you seen that person, that devil, what was his name?
Peyton Grindon.
Peyton Grindon.
Grindon.
That devil. You seen him getting arrested for what he did? Like I said, you'd have thought it was a routine traffic stop. Like he might have shoplifted or something. He didn't get arrested like somebody who just murdered 10 people in cold blood, shot 13. And so that's what we got to contend with, man, because our nation and our people are in this a state of despair. You know what I'm saying? Of hatred. Like we are, it's chaos. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead. You got the video right now. It's chaos. So we'll play a little bit of this video just so y'all can get an understanding of what happened. They try to push the narrative that he was mentally ill and everything, but they couldn't do that because he wrote a 180-page manifesto. The other dude I'm talking about, but this person, that devil that I'm talking about, but this shooter, this is just the thing. There's a lot of the information is trickling out slowly.
Right.
Like I said, even if he was trans, even if the fact that he did a mass shooting at a school of children, this is all falls under this is what the scriptures say, and we're gonna get into them scriptures in a minute. Go ahead.
Shooter is 18-year-old Salvador Ramos, that he attended the high school there in Uvalde, that he obviously lived in the community, at some point lived in North Dakota and moved there. We were told and we have found these images that have been from his Instagram page that has since been taken down. But he posted 3 days ago, apparently, images of 2 assault rifles that he had recently purchased. And according to the state senator from that area of Uvalde, that one of the first things this man did when he turned 18 was go out and purchase these weapons. They were bought legally. They were bought at according to the state senator, at a federally licensed firearms dealer. That he had no problems getting this weaponry. But these could very well be the weapons that were used in the shootout today, and that they're also monitoring. He was told, the state senator was told by the Texas Rangers state troopers that they were also monitoring and looking into threats that were made over social media in recent days, and warning that students should be looking out. So those are the kinds of things that we're learning and trying to follow up on right now tonight.
Okay, so you can stop it right there.
And at this time, I will
and even if
pass
it
the
is,
mic to Lieutenant Governor Dan.
That's a push. Like if you hear the undertones of that story, that's a push for the political thing about gun laws and changing the gun laws and getting the guns and pushing that propaganda. Them guns would have been right there on that floor. They could have been. They would have still been right there on that floor if a mentally ill, evil person. I'm not saying he's mentally ill. I ain't want to, but if just saying if he with the trans agenda that they're trying to push.
Right.
If he was a known transgender, that is a signs of mental illness, right? But those guns are still not the problem. The problem is the people and the lack of profiling people like they profile, the so-called black men. If they profiled them different, they could have, stopped them from going into that school or, did something against it. But, the lack of profiling and things like that. But like I said, things will come out. But it's the indoctrination of this country is the problem.
Right.
This country was built on mass murder of the Native Indians and all the Native people that was here.
Right.
It was built on that.
Right.
And they kept it going by that. Like that's what it has thrived on. Slavery, mass murder. They went over there and mass murdered and stole, slaves and everything to help them come build this country and continue to mass murder us while we've been here. You know what I'm saying? Mass murder, lynchings, and blowing up. When we built up Black Wall Street and tried to live on our own, they mass murdered that community. It's their nature, it's their culture, it's their doctrine, it's who they are. And when you subscribe to that doctrine, and you take that in, and you join that cult or whatever you want to call it, this is the result. This is a learned behavior from the oppressor, from America. This is a learned and taught American culture and behavior. So let's grab that scripture real quick. Let's see what the Lord had to say about that.
Come on. John chapter 8, verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil.
You what?
Ye are of your father the devil.
Verse 44.
Oh, so like no, there you go. Read that one more time. No, I'm just I'm trying to share the class, make sure we get this information out there, man.
Okay. John chapter 8, verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil.
You are of your father the devil. This was Christ.
Right.
This was Christ talking to the Sadducees and Pharisees, who were Israelites, right? They was Israelites. You know what I'm saying? But he's telling them, he called them of your father the devil.
Right.
Your teacher, who you want that's your daddy. You know how we talking, you want to be like your daddy. You want to be like your oppressor. That's what he was calling them.
Right.
Like because of what they were doing. Their characteristics, the way they handled themselves, the way they behaved. They was acting like they were of their father the devil. Like we tell people, we are in the world. Yeah, we in this world, but we're not of this world.
Right.
Okay. I don't know if y'all got that. Let that sizzle and marinate in. You're like, you can be in the world, but not of the world.
Right.
Christ called them and said that what? Read that again.
Come. Ye, it's like, yeah, ye are of your father the devil.
Ye are of your father the devil. And just a sidebar, if you on any of our social media, make sure you hit the like button. You know, I'm learning about I'm learning about the algorithms and things like that. Hitting the like buttons and commenting and different things like that, along with sharing, gets it out there and gets the information out there. So if you're on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're watching it, Salaki, hit that like button. Hit the like button and comment. And subscribe too.
Salaki, if I may, Salaki, between 11 a.m. through 1 p.m. of today, we had posted, ISUK Minnesota had posted videos back to back of the George Floyd protest that we did about 2 years ago, because today is the anniversary, is what people are calling of George Floyd's death or murder. If y'all can share that, just to give awareness of the whole stance that the ISUK has about what happened to George Floyd and how we can avoid situations like that in the future. Baba Kasha. ISUK Minnesota, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter.
All right. So that's that. So back to it, man. So the point is, read that scripture again. This is what the Lord have to say about people who embraces this doctrine, who embraces America and want to be, what a lot of people like to say, open-minded.
Right.
Who want to be open-minded to this kind of doctrine. This is the result of open-mindedness. To a doctrine of devils, a doctrine of hatred, a doctrine of mass murder, a doctrine of drug abuse and drug dealing and whoredom and homosexuality. This is what happens to you. This is a result of accepting that doctrine. Go ahead.
John chapter 8, verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do.
And the what?
And the lust of your father ye will do.
And what is the lust of this devil, man? This oppressor. Their lust is murder. They were blessed with the sword. That's all they know. They don't know peace. All they know is how to rob, rape, pillage, and murder. That is what they know. That is their lust. They have a thirst for blood. They got to eat raw meat, bloody. Right. It's a thirst for it that's in them. And when you take that, you have that same thirst.
Right.
Just like a vampire. So like smoke out of it. Just like a damn vampire. You know what I'm saying? You want to drain the life out of everything that you touch until there's no more. Look at the earth. The ozone layer, they draining the life. The water, they killing all that. Everything's going extinct. Like you drain the life out of everything that you touch. They got new diseases out. COVID, you know what I'm saying? Monkeypox and COVID, just because of how disgusting that you are, and the Lord is going to punish you for it. The Lord is punishing you for it. And you people, you brothers and sisters that will subscribe to that doctrine and want to be open-minded to that way of thinking, this is your fate. This is going to be your fate. And your child's school might be the next school shot up. Your grocery store with your parents or you might be the next, because you refuse to do the work that it takes to better your people, to give the solutions, to be selfless.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I seen something that say we went from loving people and using things to loving things and using people. I don't know if that got it. You know what I'm saying? And I just thought that because I say again, things are turned upside down. We supposed to be loving people and using the things. You know what I'm saying? Because if you love somebody, that is an action word. If you love somebody, you would treat them how you would want to be treated. Okay? You wouldn't be taking advantage and using and abusing them. Okay? But let's get that scripture. Finish that scripture.
Come. He was a murderer from the beginning.
He was a what?
a murderer from the beginning.
He was a murderer from the beginning. A murderer from the beginning. Okay? Because of hatred. If y'all don't know what that scripture is talking about, that's talking about when this oppressor, this devil, this spirit, when the Christ told them that you are of your father the devil, that spirit was the spirit that was in Cain when he killed Abel. That was the murder from the beginning. He was a murderer. He was a murderer from the beginning. He's been a murderer. And this murderous spirit is going into our people. That's why we want to be gangsters. Gangsters is not black culture. That's the oppressor's culture. That's Al Capone, John Gotti, them. All that's their culture. They are the gangsters.
Right.
In the murder. That is their culture. Mass murder and shooting up schools. Now you allegedly got a Israelite shooting up a school.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
If I may, so like a sister has a precept. I also have a precept as well. If I may.
Go ahead. Let's get it.
The sister said a precept. Or just like let me see. Yeah, she said a precept for that is Job 9:24, which is something that we recognize all the time.
Go ahead.
Job chapter 9 verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covers the faces of the judges thereof.
Right.
That's
right. It's given into the hand of the earth is in their hand.
Right.
It's given to them. It didn't say, it was given to them because we refuse to take our rightful place in the earth as the kings and the priests of this earth. We refuse to take our position. So we want to give it up. We want to adopt their religion, their culture, their philosophies.
Right.
And become monsters. Become disgusting monsters in every way possible. Go ahead.
Otherwise it says, if not, where and who is he? Meaning like who if this man's not the wicked, like who is he? Who else is it?
Right. It's clear to see.
Right.
This is very clear. Like I said, we see who got murdered for doing this. Like even his minion, they still murdered the Hispanic man because they want to send the message that he shot up his own people, but you're gonna die for that too. Because we don't want to give you the idea that you can go do the same thing in a white school. You know what I'm saying? We want to make that what they call it a deterrent. We want to set up a deterrent to show that this way. I don't care if you shooting up your own people. We didn't get, even though we sanctioned this and you took our doctrine, you living like us, you ain't us.
Right.
So you're gonna be put to death for it. You can do it, but you're gonna be put to death for it.
Right.
But with they people, what they with Dylan Roof, they took him to get Burger King after he murdered 9 people. Took him to get something to eat because he was parched from all his murdering escapades. He was parched and starving. So he needed something to eat. He can have it his way. So I guess that's why they took him to Burger King. I think that's their slogan. Have it your way. It was his way. You know what I'm saying? So he's continuing to have it his way in prison now, is what I've come to understand.
Right.
Because they ain't put him to death yet. And this the devil who killed all them brothers and sisters in that grocery store. I said brother again? Oh, that devil Salaki for calling over week. That devil who killed all them brothers in the ancestors in that grocery store. You see, he didn't get put to death. He didn't get murdered. He didn't have a deterrent in his actions. They know that they get to live like kings in prison. He's going to get to live like a king in prison because he heard how Dylan Roof is living in prison. So he's like, oh, okay, all right, I'll go live like a king in there. Who cares, They're going to get whatever they want in there. They want to get them women in there. If he want men in there, whatever he's into. Both of them, he's going to have it his way. You know what I'm saying? That's the image of the what they pushed when they took that devil to Burger King after he did it, that you're going to have it your way. Because that's Burger King's slogan. Right. If you didn't know anything about Burger King, you can have it your way, and that's what they took, and that's the image, that's the message that they tried to send to the next Dylan Roof. And that's exactly what they did.
Right.
We don't know if they took them. They probably didn't take them to it, but somebody probably had it for them already ready in the car or something on the way there. Because they showed didn't push him on the ground. They showed didn't rough him up. They didn't do that. He stood there and got, respectfully searched and respectfully detained and respectfully handled in the most delicate of ways, like you would handle somebody of renown. And that's who they are. So that was that. So grab real quick, respect the old and young, no respect for the old and young.
Oh yeah, that's
because it's the same spirit. Because it's the same spirit. In the first shooting, you will come to notice that it was mostly elderly people, and their minion. You know what I'm saying? The people who had that, the person who did this next mass shooting had that same spirit, but he just did what the scripture said. The scripture said that they would not have respect of persons, of the old or the young. That is their spirit. And he took on his doctrine. So the first one took care of that. He had respect of the elders because they're cowards too. They want to go to the most defenseless. You know what I'm saying? And that's the sidebar. Sidebar real quick. They're gonna push this notion of no, you know what I'm saying, gun control. Try to take the guns. No, I'm all more for letting the teachers have guns to protect themselves in these schools. Maybe that's a solution to keep them, because you see they're attacking the places where it's weak, where they assume that there's no gun, no protection. They didn't go to the hood and shoot up. They went to the retirement area in Buffalo, where they knew it was retirement area, no game banging around. One security guard who has given up on being, in the streets because he was a cop, but he gave up. He wanted to just work in a local store that would probably have, in his mind, no issues. His biggest issue he thought was going to be a shoplifter or walking an elderly person into their car or something. And he knew that. He said it in that 180-page manifesto.
He was there a day before, and he was talking to the people, talking to all different ethnicity of people, and he pretty much what's the word? Soft them out.
Yeah, he cased it. He was casing the place. It was all casing the place. Yeah. He cased it to make sure that what he would have to do. And in the manifesto, he said, "I might have to kill the security guard."
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's what he said. And so so that was that. So
I had the precept for you.
Which one?
Deuteronomy 28 and 50. Regarding not the young but old.
Yeah, let's grab that, because this precept right here shows you that it is the same spirit, whether is an actual devil or an Israelite that has the spirit of the devil, that has the same, that is of his father, that is of that stock, that you are indoctrinated, and this will make you hate your brother. That's why you brothers is killing each other in the streets, poisoning each other in the streets. You sisters are being disgusting and evil to one another because you are of your father, the devil. You don't know how to have brotherhood and sisterhood like the scriptures say. You don't know how to love somebody like you love yourself. All you know is death and destruction and hate and jealousy and envy. That's all you know. You don't know empathy and sympathy. You don't know the things that's absolutely vital to the title of building a nation.
Right.
Because all you care about is yourself and your own lust. But we're going to get into these scriptures. Go ahead and grab that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance.
A nation of fierce.
A nation of fierce countenance.
A nation of fierce countenance. Just evil. Just got, you can just tell in their personality, their demeanor, that's their countenance, their faces, that demeanor of them is fierce. Go ahead.
Come. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old.
Which will not what?
which shall not regard the person of the old.
Which will not regard the person of the old. That means they'll not care. To not regard somebody, not to care. You don't give a damn about the person of old, which the devil showed you. Okay? And that's the same spirit. And just a couple weeks later, keep going.
Nor show favor to the young.
Nor show what?
Favor to the young.
And nor show favor to the young. The minion, the person who was indoctrinated, if it wasn't the devil himself. Let's say if he wasn't an Israelite, he was of his father, the devil, because of the actions that he did.
Right.
He was a murderer from the beginning, and he did not show what?
Some kind. Which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
And nor show favor to the young, man. He didn't care about the young. They don't care about the old. That is who they went after, the young and the old.
Yeah.
And that is the scripture. That is thus says the Lord, man.
Right.
All right. So, that is what's going on, man. They don't care about the young. They don't care about the old. They're gonna kill everything. And let's say, you know, since they're saying that this brother was an Israelite, and they saying this devil, you know, was a devil, you see how they were treated. But you see, it's about the spirit, man. When you take on this, and let's say if he was a transsexual, was out of his mind, transsexual, which is a mental illness, you see that he's out of his mind. You see that he's mentally ill. It shows. Hey, Sean, Lord Fire. You know what I'm saying? You see what's going on, man. It's evident. You know what I'm saying? That somebody, a grown man who's dressing up like a woman has mental issues. Like you would see that if that was the case. But like I said, they saying that that's false news. So we ain't gonna say that's the case. But what we do know is that he took on the spirit of the devil, of his father. You know what I mean? That's what he did do. Because of the actions. He took on that spirit and he did not regard the old, because I heard he killed his grandmother. Right. And he killed children. That is the same spirit that the Lord just spoke about in that scripture. He did not regard the old and he did not show no favor to the young. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's pure evil, man. It's pure evil. You cannot accept the indoctrination of this people. And that's on the far end scale of straight to murder. But just think about on a small end, how you don't care about the young. You know, when you abandon your family. You know, sisters want to, you know, it was just a video. This is that she left her whole family over money because her man, he worked hard. He had a 9 to 5, but she wanted a more extravagant life. So she left in seek of that. She left him because he didn't have the money to support the lifestyle that she wanted. She had, and forget the 3 children that they had together. No, I think they had 4 children. Forget the children that they had together. She didn't regard none of that. She didn't show no favor to her young to say, hey, you know what? I started this family. Maybe I need to finish it. Maybe I need to just put my selfish needs aside because I decided to bring children in this world who depend on me, who need me, who love me. Maybe I need to put my selfish desires to the side. Right. But no, she didn't do that. She decided to go and hoard, you know, on the family. Or the same thing on the flip side, a brother. How many stories do we know about brothers who decide to put their life on the line, you know what I'm saying, with selling dope or going out there robbing and murdering to get $1, to get the American dream, right. Who are of their father, the devil, who don't have no regard for your young or for yourself or for nobody else.
That's right.
Okay? Right. You don't have no regard for the old because you don't even care about making it to an old age.
Right.
You don't care about making that. You just what's gonna fill my lust now. Okay? But these is the last days, man, and we're gonna get into some of these scriptures that really touches on these last days. Right? We're gonna get into some of that. But I'm upset. I meant to I sent you that video too.
Yeah,
the other video. that I sent you?
Only video that I got is TikTok.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So just if we could just do a quick sidebar, because I want to before I'm gonna get into these scriptures that talks about the last days. I want to get into a couple of those because that's why these things are happening. These murders, these mass shootings, all of these things that happen, these wars and rumors of wars, everything that's going on, the hatred between brothers, and sisters, the absolute disdain and disgust that's out here in the world running rapid. It is biblical prophecy that these in the last days, you don't have much time. You know what I'm saying? You don't have much time. But a quick sidebar, if I could. I don't know if y'all saw the gentrification of Juneteenth.
Oh, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wanted to. I had forgot about that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to definitely say something about the gentrification of Juneteenth. So real quick, so we can go there because this should be fast. It's a quick little video, but I wanted to show that the gentrification and exploitation of Juneteenth. Because if y'all don't know, what Juneteenth is, that's the day that the slaves found out that they were free. Okay, that was the last slave that they actually, because in 1865, where all you coons want to go out there and pop fireworks on the 4th of July and barbecue, celebrating Independence Day, that had nothing to do with you.
Right.
You were still slaves at that time.
Right.
Okay, you were still slaves and being beat and all those things. Juneteenth is the actual day. Juneteenth of what year was that? I forget the year. 1890. I forget.
1865.
18 maybe. No. Yeah, no. I think I said it wrong. 17. I said the years wrong. So 1865 for Juneteenth, was it right?
That was the year that the slave was so-called emancipated.
Okay. But it was the Juneteenth one.
Are you thinking about June 1776?
No, that's 4th of July. 1776 is the 4th of July. I said that day wrong. The 4th of July was 1776.
Yeah.
That's when they got their freedom, and that's what we celebrate on the 4th of July, being cool. But Juneteenth is maybe that's probably one that's 1865 that I read. I believe. Yeah, like 1865.
So like June 19th, 1865.
Right. Okay. So that's what I meant to say. Right. Yeah. It's why. Right. So yeah. So the one we celebrate, in our coonery and lack of knowledge, is July 4th, 1775, something like that. Who cares? 76, 76. Same disgusting holiday. We celebrate their independence when they broke free and they became free.
Right.
And and so we had a whole, we went through absolute hell. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we helped them gain their freedom in those wars at that time, in that World War I and the Civil War and all of those things. Right. So we helped them fight those wars and still wasn't free. We died for these people.
Right.
And still was not free. You know what I'm saying? Just like fast forward to today. This devil, this alleged brother that of his father, the devil, died and went and killed. He went and killed for his people, and they still put him to death. He went and killed his own people for his people, and they still put him to death after he did it. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
I think he was probably the product of a devil father, you know what I'm saying? And
right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, they just trying to say, like, if he's the devil, you know what I'm saying? He could absolutely be. It's just that the facts ain't out. You know what I'm saying? The facts ain't came out yet. But we just going off what happened. The fact is, he went and shot up the Latino school. His name is Latino, but he could not be Latino. He could be you're a Spaniard. That's why I was just telling the brother we spoke about earlier that he could be a Spaniard, right?
Right.
He could not be an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? He could be a Spaniard because they the ones who have that spirit.
Right.
Like I said, he was just still put to death because of his other side. You know what I'm saying? Because that it could, for anybody who think he might be his Latino really and not a Spaniard, they don't want them to get no courage to say, man, we can do this on the right hand side. We can go, they want to deter that. They want to put something in to make them never want to do that again. So that's why he gets murdered for what he did, and the devil, walks away unscathed for what he did. Go ahead.
So if I may, I mean, everything that Kudasha Yan is saying is very, very much correct. Like, for example, Philando Castile was killed or murdered in July of 2016, the same year as Alton Sterling, maybe Sandra Bland, maybe, I'm not too sure. But they say that the man who murdered or killed Philando Castile was Hispanic because he has a Hispanic name. Now the thing is, though, they even charged him. So they did not kill the man who killed Philando Castile, but they charged him with manslaughter. You know what I mean? So they put something on him, but they did not kill him. But if that was Esau, it would be a different story.
I thought he might have been Asian.
That was that as well. A lot of people said that he was either Asian or he was Hispanic.
I think he was Asian.
Name and how he looked.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, it came out 100% that he was an Asian.
I think so too.
Yeah, no, he was an Asian who killed, but we know why they ain't killing the Asians because you see what's going on over in Russia. They ain't trying to poke the beast with China. You know what I'm saying? None of the Asians from no Asian off that continent, they ain't trying to get into that problem.
Right.
They know, like we just said, the Asians own America anyway, so they looking for a reason for payback, which is why they teaming up with Russia, like we were speaking about. They teaming up with Russia right now to go against, America and everything. But that's a whole nother thing. But we're gonna stay on topic. But so boom, the gentrification. So pull up that I want you to see this video real fast, y'all, of when we were like what we told y'all about. They're exploiting Juneteenth. Like, so when they made Juneteenth a national holiday, it was just to make money off of y'all, continue off of us. I ain't gonna say y'all because I'm a part of it. These are my people. It was to make money off us. And you had people falling out in the street, happy about them making this a national holiday, when now they're making Juneteenth ice cream, Juneteenth party favors, and you ain't reaping none of the benefits for it. A lot of times, they even taking over the Juneteenth celebrations in the major cities.
Right.
They are taking over the whole celebration of Juneteenth, and it's federally funded. It's federally this and that. Black people ain't getting even like they raping you for Juneteenth. They getting the money off your so-called liberation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or freedom. Okay. 1865 Juneteenth is when you were supposed to be free. You know what I'm saying? This was your time to get up out of the hell that you was found. I think they said it was when they found out the last slaves found out that they was free at that time.
Right.
Okay. But this is the situation. We're gonna watch this video real fast to show you how disgusting what's going on is. Like the gentrification, the exploitation of your pain. Go ahead, play that video real quick.
All right, non-black people, come to the front. Here's a lesson. We can tell when there aren't any Negroes making decisions for you. There aren't any black people. There are no colors in your marketing department because black people would never say this. It's the freedom for me. We're not saying that. That's all right, non-black people, come to the front. Here's a lesson.
They got plates in party favors. Oh, what are the plates? What are the plates in these stores? Like I think this is the Walmart they putting the light on. I'm sure they got Target sitting over there quiet, and I wanted to say that, slowly taking their stuff off the shelf. You know, Target probably had it too, but you know, black people mostly go to Walmart more than Target. They got hit first. These people got, it's the freedom for me. And like the dude said, like the brother said, if he's a brother, that's how you know that they ain't even got the decency to put a black person even in the marketing department to find out how should we even market this to black people.
Right.
It's the freedom for me. Ain't no black people know we ain't free in this country.
Right.
Still today, it's not freedom.
Right.
They know the truth about this, what's going on. They see the fact that 13 people just got shot, 10 murdered, and no hate bill has been raised, like y'all did for the Asians. Black people see this, they ain't talking about it's the freedom for me. It's a slap in the face. It's so disrespectful.
Right.
And what Walmart did, this is the party favors he's talking about. And I'm glad he brought that up because it's a story out there that they trying to push about the ice cream. They had Juneteenth ice cream. I don't know if y'all seen that. Have y'all seen that? Yeah, they got the Juneteenth ice cream, right? So it was the Juneteenth ice cream that they issued an apology about the ice cream. Like, yeah, we take it off the shelf because that's, you know what I'm saying, what people came at first. But they wasn't talking about the cups and the plates, the Juneteenth plates and the cups and the party favors, because we wasn't in the party favor hour. We don't really go and do that type of thing. That's how you know it's not even us. We don't do that. Right. That's white culture to go buy 4th of July. We don't. We'll go buy some regular red cups and paper plates and call it a day.
Right.
But they got party favors in there. Talk about it's the truth. It's the freedom for me. Happy Juneteenth with hats and cups and bowls. That lets you know they have no black people in their market. They don't care to have them in their marketing department.
Right.
It's a slap in the face. It's disgusting. Go ahead.
Yeah, last year, I wouldn't say last year was even worse, but last year, as far as Juneteenth becoming an actual holiday and things of that sort, they sent out a itinerary for Juneteenth to people who were black at the job. It was watermelon and fried chicken, and that's no exaggeration.
You said that's at your job?
No, at jobs, as far as in the U.S. That's no exaggeration. This is last year.
Right, and I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised.
That's no exaggeration.
I wouldn't be surprised about it. Like I said, it said it's the place just said it's the freedom for me, because they know that's a phrase. You know, some white person said they always say it's this for me. Maybe it's the catchphrase. We ain't gonna say no goofy. That is so. It's so lame and weak and just uninformed. Like we would, because it ain't. It's the lack of freedom for me. Like if anything, it's the fact that we ain't free for me. You know what I'm saying? Right. There's something to go against that garbage.
Right.
You can just let them. Like any real black person will understand that had nothing to do with them. Right. But the reason like I said, what we had said even at that time, the same time that they pushed to get that legalized, to get that as a national or federal holiday, they also did critical race theory in the schools. They also took out critical race theory so where white people don't have to learn about the black struggle, don't have to learn about what they did in slavery.
Right.
They pushed that agenda so white because they said it was too traumatic for white students to have to sit and learn through that. So they gave you Juneteenth, which they then turned to gentrify and exploit.
Right.
And then still help their people. Because now in the textbooks, they call them slaves involuntary immigrants. That's the wording they're doing in the textbook. So, the kids that came in the middle of this, they still learning a little bit of the truth, but the new waves coming in, it's getting faded out. They ain't gonna be learning about slavery as we know it. It's gonna be it's not gonna say slavery in the textbooks.
Right.
It's gonna be they had involuntary immigrants.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna talk about it like that's just a slight thing. So you can imagine They ain't gonna talk about the fact that they was lynching and raping children and men and women and using children as alligator bait. You know what I mean? And crushing children's head under, the women were crushing babies' head under their rocking chairs out of anger. They're not gonna bring up none of these buck breaking, like the Willie Lynch letter said. They probably ain't gonna even bring up the Willie Lynch letter. That's probably gonna be banned.
Right.
Because they gave you Juneteenth. You know, now they got Juneteenth ice cream. Velvet, and I think the flavor was velvet swirl and velvet swirl, red velvet swirl and cheesecake.
Oh wow.
Chocolate swirl.
And chocolate swirl too? And chocolate swirl.
Yeah, I think that was symbolic right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Red, right.
Also, too, it's like it wasn't even sold. Actually, it was sold in the Walmart's brand, not anybody else's brand. You know what I mean? It's only sold for Walmart's brand, but now also what they're saying right now is that they're taking it off the shelf because of the backlash.
And they only talking about taking the ice cream off the shelf, not all these party favors. Because like I said, brothers, they wasn't even checking for the party favors. Like they probably didn't even go down that aisle and check and see that they had a whole Juneteenth party favor aisle.
Right.
They, you know, somebody out here making T-shirts right now for Juneteenth. They finna get, it's gonna be some devil getting rich off your pain.
Right.
You know what I mean? Once again, but so that's that. I wanted to make that little sidebar. Look into that. If you're gonna be doing Juneteenth, you know, support your local Black businesses who's making the T-shirts. Who make, you know, do it yourself. Throw your own events. Get the money. You know, keep the money. You know, don't let them just continue to rape.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like in every which way facet. Like Ice Cube say, no Vaseline. Like. That was cool. So so we back in. All right. If y'all can hear, we back in here. A little difficult technical difficulty. If y'all can still hear us, if y'all still rocking with us, go. If you could just throw a little one, hit the like button or throw a little one in the chat. Do something to let us know that we still rocking. Y'all can hear us good. We had a little technical setback, if you don't mind. One in the chats. Throw a one in the chat. Yeah, let's just do that. Throw a one in the chats real quick. If you can still hear us. Okay. So we still in the game.
Yeah, I got a one already.
You got somebody audience and I ain't seeing no ones yet. Okay. Okay, we got two guys. Okay, we got You got ones? Okay. All right. So we back, man. So before the devil hated on us, we was going on, like I said, Juneteenth has been gentrified. Just, you ain't gotta allow it to happen. Make your own T-shirts, don't support the gentrification of it. Don't support the exploitation of our people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just don't do it. Don't buy the Juneteenth ice cream. Don't go buy the Juneteenth party favors. The plate said it's the freedom for me. The place it's so disrespectful. You know, brothers ain't talking about it's the freedom for me. Right. Brothers and sisters ain't doing that, man. Because we all understand, like even a person who ain't the wokest, they know we get murdered down in the streets. They know we getting racially profiled. They know we got the the proverbial glass ceiling. They know we the last hired and the first fired. Right. They know. So they know we ain't free, man. So we wouldn't say no, it's the freedom for me, for our party favors. Hey, if we even use something along those lines, it's the lack of freedom for me. So we wouldn't even say that, but it would be in contrary to that. It would be contrary to that notion that we were free. You know what I'm saying? Right. But anyway, like I said, because everybody know we didn't get and the main thing that's going on right now today to show you that you ain't free for all you coons, any of you coons that think you free, we still ain't got a hate bill. Right. It still ain't no hate bill, no push about, black hate like they did for the Asians that got shot up in the parlor. Right. This big push that was for them to stop Asian hate because they was getting talked about. They was getting their feelings hurt because of coronavirus because people was calling it the Kung flu or the Asian flu or whatever, the Chinese flu, That first one. Yeah, the Kung flu. The Kung flu, like their feelings was hurt and they got shot a couple times. Like niggas been getting, hated. It ain't been that. So that's for you coons out there. But let's get back. Let's get back to the end times, man. This race war that's happening, the hate amongst brothers and sisters. Like it's so much hate amongst our brothers and sisters, man. So much hate against the devil and the enemy against us. Let's get into some of those scriptures real fast, man, just to show that this is prophecy. This is biblical prophecy. Grab if you could. Let's go to Matthew. Let's go in Matthew first. Matthew 24:10. Let's read that and go through we'll read a couple verses in there because they all pretty good. Let's say at least 12. Let's go to 12. We'll just stop at 12.
24 and 12.
24 and 10. Let's go to Matthew 24 and 10. This is just some of the scriptures, man, just to show you the times that we're in and why this is going on. You don't got to be terrified. You don't got to be worried. All you got to do is do what the Most High tell you to do and get back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Right. And we can get up out of this hell that we in. Everything that you're going through is a result of the end times. Right. This pressure that you have to go against your brother, to go against your sister, to go against it's all part of prophecy. It's all part of this whole mission that's going on, man. Right. You got to wake up and see it. Like, don't become a victim, okay? Be the solution. Like they say in the world, be the change you want to see in the world. Right. And that is the solution. But let's get it. Read that real quick.
All right, I'm sure. It's like it could get on there. It's like,
oh, I can tell you how show.
All right, bring that on.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. Matthew chapter 24, verse 10. And then shall many be many shall be offended and shall betray one another.
Right. You see what I'm saying? Bruce, then in them times, a lot of people gonna be offended. Everybody is gonna be offended. You know what I'm saying, by what somebody is doing to them. This is Christ speaking. Talking about you're gonna be offended in these times. Right. People are gonna do things to offend you one to another. Right. You gotta watch out for that. You're gonna in these last days, man, things that's happening to you. Like, why are you doing me like this? Right. Why are you hating on me like this? Why are you coming against me? We supposed to be one. We supposed to be together. Right. We supposed to be loving one another. Right. But you're doing everything you can do to offend me, knowing that this will offend me. It's the spirit of the last days, and it's the spirit of the enemy coming in that's running rapid in this place. Right. It's running rapid. That demon of offending, that demon of the enemy is running rapid, and you're going to catch yourself offending one another. Okay? Right. And you got to fight against it. You got to make a conscious effort to think about the things. Think about, like I said, that phrase that I said, loving the people, using the things. Think about that. Loving the people and using the things. Because in this time with this offending, you're going to find yourself using the people and loving the things. Okay? It's going to flip around. You're going to find yourself using the people and loving things, loving materialistic things, and using and taking advantage. That's what usury, taking advantage of the people you love because you can. And that's not what you want to do. You want to love the people and use the things, the tangible things, the things that is supposed to be there to help you in these times. Really think about that. Okay, really process that and let that marinate in your mind and in your spirit, man, so you can fight against that demon that's running rapid. Read that again.
Come on. Matthew chapter 24, verse 10. And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another.
And you go to betray, to be offended and betray one another. That's what the spirit is going on. To betray one another when we supposed to be one. That spirit is running around. You got to fight against that demon, man. Fight that demon of offending your brother or your sister and betraying them, betraying their love, betraying their trust. Okay? You got to fight against it. Because it's purposely. It is the sign of the end days. And that's thus says the Lord. These ain't my words. We reading the scriptures right now. I said I'm done with just my word. That is Matthew 24 we read in 10. In that time. And then many will do this. That's what it said. Keep going.
Come on. And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another.
Right. Keep going.
Verse 11. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many.
And it said hate one another too. I don't want to just let that slip past. Right. It will make you when you offend somebody and you betray somebody, that brings forth hatred. You will begin to hate that person that you're supposed to love. Right. Because you're doing things to offend, to betray trust, to offend, to betray trust. Okay? You got to fight against it. That is thus says the Lord. These are things we got to watch for in these times because that's what's happening. Right. We are in those times where people are going to come against one another and you're going to begin to hate one another. Right. Okay? And we got to watch out and fight for this demon. Keep going.
Come on. Verse 11. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many.
And many false prophets will rise. People who think they know what the Lord says. And they know what's best for you and know what you should be doing because they had a dream of this. They seen this. And many false prophets going to tell you lies and deceit. Lies. They don't care about, and you got to be wise enough to step back and look and say, let me look at the person who's bringing this. You should know them by their fruit. What are they doing? What are they doing? What work? Are they doing the work of the Lord for real? Are they putting their life on the line for their people for real? Or are they just trying to manipulate somebody into doing the things that they want them to do to benefit them? Okay? Read that. Many false prophets to lead many astray. It's going to be, and it comes in false prophets. You know how the Christian churches, they put women as false prophets, as prophets in the church. And they will start to, I had a dream, like Martin Luther King, that you should be doing it. They're going to lead you astray because it's really, they're miserable in their life. And so they want you to be miserable with them. Right. Okay. That's what it's really about. They want you miserable with them. And it's hatred. Like I said, it's jealousy. What we just read. It's betrayal. It's all those things because you living too good. In their mind, you think you all that. You think you all that. You think you high and mighty. You think you better than me because you got a man that love you. You got a woman that love you. No, you're going to be miserable here with me with nobody. And that's when I'm going to be happy. When you right here miserable with me and on the verge of dying alone because you refuse to be led properly because you know the best, but you have no works. Your works don't show that you know best. You don't even know best for you. How the hell you going to know best for me? Right. Okay, so we got to just pay attention to that. Let's just pay attention to what it said, the false what?
Gone. And so I want to add Matthew chapter 24, verse 11. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many.
Right, and shall deceive many. That's one thing I love about this UPK. We ain't gotta be, we have amazing prophets of the Lord that we ain't gotta go figure this thing out on our own. It's one body. Right. We can go to the man above us who's been there, seen that, done that. Right. And we ain't gotta try to figure this thing out on our own. We got the cheat sheet, the answer. We got real man of the Lord to guide us through this maze, through this battle. There we go. It's every life is war and every day is a battle.
Right.
Okay. Right. Every day is a battle. Getting up out of bed is a battle. Putting in them job applications is a battle. Getting up and feeding your children in the morning is a battle. Cleaning your house, tying your damn shoes is a battle. It's so much of a battle. They put Velcro on shoes, so you ain't even got to do it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like because it's a battle to sit down there and bend over and tie that shoe. That's a battle. So some people would rather just stuff them in the side of their shoe or put the Velcro over it. You know what I'm saying? The quick fixes, the microwaves, the fast food. You know what I'm saying? Give them to the school. You know what I'm saying? Don't say you don't feed your kids before they go to school. You know what I'm saying? Anything. You don't do anything because it's too much of a battle to get up in the morning and feed your children before they go to school. To let them feed them first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we all know the schools have our children more than us pretty much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so you gotta be intentional about the time you put in with them. You know what I'm saying? That morning time and those things, you gotta, hey, you finna be with them all day. All I get is this morning time before we go. Let me put some intentional time right now. Hey, when you get in there, here goes some good breakfast. Hey, do your thing. I'm so proud of you. Boom, 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 whatever you got to do to get them prepared to go into this system to battle, to face their battles against hatred and envy and the things that they got to battle being amongst all these evil ass. So like these children in there that don't have their best interests at heart.
Right.
But what like the scripture just said, false prophets will arise in these days. False prophets going to rise. Etowah. Hey, Etowah, tell him. If you need something, tell the brother. False prophets will arise. Okay? And that's that. Keep going.
Gone. Verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Read that again.
Gone. Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Because iniquity should abound, because lawlessness. Okay? That's what iniquity is. You know what I'm saying? Lawlessness. People just doing evil to one another. Because it should abound. Like, look what's going on. Like I said, this devil just killed everybody and walked away scot-free.
Right.
Pretty much. Like, he walked away unscathed. Like, he didn't have a black eye. A comedian got tackled. Dave Chappelle got tackled on stage, and this man ended up with the glorious pumpkin head. We used to call it. He had a beautiful pumpkin head for what he did. This man went in, and that's just from a light tackle.
Right.
This man went and murdered 10 people, shot 13, and looked like he just ran a stop sign or something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's disgusting, man.
It's like we do have a question online.
All right, hold on. So it's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely disgusting what's going on. And folks, want to read that part again to that last part of that scripture?
Come. Matthew chapter 24, verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
The love is going to be cold.
Right.
Because so much iniquity is going on, so much hatred, like I said, so much envy, so much betrayal, so many people being offended. The love, that natural, real love that you're supposed to have is going to be cold.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? it's going to be so cold that when you cold, you don't I don't know if anybody ever been cold like you don't even want, if you ever been so cold, if you was there and had frostbite, you don't even want warmth to touch your hands because warming it up hurts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You get a thing like, I don't know if you ain't never had frostbite or been real cold to where like at a time, heat and warmth will be kind of excruciating for a minute. Right. It hurts. You don't want to be touched. If I
may say, like you said it perfect. Like you are so cold to the point that you don't want nothing to touch you.
Yeah,
it's burning.
It's
burning. If I may, so like yes, you understand that.
So it's about, like you said, that people being cold. Like you know what I'm saying. Like you don't want to be even the love that you're supposed to now. That's just in that scenario. But your people who's supposed to love you, like it's a cold love. Like it's not, you don't feel the love because of so much betrayal, because of so much envy. Like it feels like tough love, but it's like the love that I'm like, you ain't loving me how I want to be loved. Like you know what I'm saying? That it's cold. That's not that you doing this for you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you're not doing this for me. Like you ain't you doing this for what you can use me for. Like this, like to be you ain't caring about me. It says you will be the spirit of being used and abused and taken advantage of. Like it's fake love is a good word. Like it's not real love. You here because you have to be, not because you want to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we got to look out for those things. You know what I'm saying? And that's the spirit that's running so rapid. Right. You know what I'm saying? In these times, man. And you gotta, take a step back, analyze your situation, analyze the situation of the earth, and just and battle against it. Right. And you gotta warm it up. You gotta do things intentionally. Like I said, with the children, you can just send them out, to show that love, to say, hey, I'm sending you to school, but how am I sending you to school? Am I sending you to school, equipped to battle against what's going on? Am I sending you to school equipped with what you need to battle in the school?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Am I sending you to school, ready to go to war with the people in the school? Because your children are going to war at that school, whether you know it or not. Your children are going to war at that school.
Right.
Okay? And you got to, in the mornings, you got to get up and prepare them for that. Let them know, make sure they're in the right mindset, in the right spirit to go into that world and battle for the next 8 hours. You know what I'm saying? And it starts with sometimes, feed them your food instead of feeding them the school's food. And you might not be able to do that, but you know what I'm saying? And it may be tough. Like I said, I'm not saying that it's easy because, like I said, we in hell. We got a lot of times we getting up, we rushing to work at the same time. But you know what I'm saying? It's, if you can, you just want to be intentional, even if it ain't food, it's something. You sitting down and making some intentional time. Maybe you getting up a little earlier to make some intentional time to make sure that your child is ready. You know what I'm saying? To go in battle, and making sure your spouse is ready. You know what I'm saying? To make sure you ready. Y'all got it has to be intentional time spent and given to make sure we are ready to battle these demons that we got to face every day. You know what I'm saying? Make sure we, even if it's getting up and for adults, getting up as a family and praying together, shit, Salaki, you know what I'm saying? And praying together, saying a family prayer or something. Something like it got to be things done very intentional right now. You know what I'm saying? Because things are being done very intentional. So every day you pray for protection, pray for forgiveness, pray for things that are very intentional. Pray, you know what I'm saying, and things like that, Lord. Pray for those things and do it together. So y'all on the same page. So y'all battling against, pray for the demons that you see your wife battling, or your child battling, or your husband battling. It got to be very intentional, because these times it's a very intentional time. It's very specific. Right. That thus says, well, we reading it right now. Okay? So because that's what's happening. So let's get it. Keep going. What was that question you said? You said it was a question somewhere?
Yeah, a sister from South Dakota, she said she has a question. She said, Salaki Adawan, what steps can we take to fight a demon?
one of the scriptures always say some demons take fasting and prayer.
That's right.
I mean, that's why we just spoke on right now.
Right.
Sometimes you gotta fast away from the things that bring the demon. You know, maybe it's, you know, it ain't necessarily gotta be fasting from food.
Right.
It can be fasting from television, fasting from alcohol, fasting from, you know, different whatever you battling with. You might have to make an intentional fast from that thing.
Right.
Okay, and you gotta fast from it. You know, and maybe you know it can even be something. Maybe it's sex. If you got a lust demon, battle against not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Masturbation, whatever the case is, you got to battle against it and defeat it. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of it. And prayer, pray against that demon. You know what I'm saying? Pray against it, and also you know, until you get counsel. You know what I'm saying? To answer, because you make sure you call and you get the counsel you need. That's the therapy. That's the therapeutic part of it. That means, you know what I'm saying? Get the counsel you need to help you to fight that demon, because you don't have to fight that demon alone.
That's right.
When you trying to fight it alone and the demon telling you can handle it by yourself, that's the demon defeating you. Because the scriptures say pride comes before destruction.
That's right.
That's your pride telling you you're too prideful and ashamed to say, hey, I'm dealing with something. I'm battling something. It's tough for me. I'm hurting. This demon is tough. No, you go to the man above you and get the counsel that you need. Go to the gym. We got generals here who will help. You know, we got generals in here who go get counsel from generals.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be prideful like, you know. No, go get the counsel you need, man. When you hear that demon telling you, man, I can handle this on my own, man. I don't need no counsel. I'm good. I got this. No, that's you losing the battle. That is you losing the battle.
That's right.
Because that's just like you in a shootout with somebody. He got an AR-15 and you got your 9 talking about, I got this. Don't be stupid. Go get the artillery you need.
Right.
You know, when you got what's that missile you told me the other day about?
The javelin.
You got a javelin right here, but I got this with my handgun. This thing got the tanks. I'm good. The Lord is with me. But you got an opportunity to go get a damn javelin and you won't go get it.
Right.
That is what not going to get counsel does. That is that, you know, that is that demon that you lose in that battle. And being too prideful. Pride, the scriptures say pride comes before destruction, man.
That's right.
Before destruction comes pride. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but you know, y'all, you get it.
So like, if I may, just get some precepts. I have 2 precepts.
Go ahead.
Come on, sir.
If I could, hold them real fast, because I got some scriptures I want to grab, and we running low on time. I see I be going over every time. I think people be mad. You know what I'm saying? So hold that them precepts. Keep them there.
Yeah.
Let's grab. You know what I'm saying? Well, no. Matter of fact, before, go ahead. You say you got 2?
Yeah, I'll make it fast.
All right, go ahead. Let's get it.
I got you. Otherwise, if I may, so like you the teacher, so you know, if you want to, you go.
I know, but I've been considerate of the people. You know what I'm saying? They were in a lot of classes. We have a lot of classes, so we want to make sure everybody, you know, we ain't gonna, you know, we got to be considerate of people's time. But go ahead.
All right. So the first precept, Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9. Based on what the teacher Kudasayam was saying, 2 are better than 1 because they have a good reward for their labor. So if I may break this down, there's more precepts to it, verse 9 through maybe 11.
No, that one was fine. You know, two are better than 1. Give them a hand. That you ain't got to go no further than that. That's what I said. When 2 are more in agreement, the Lord is in the midst. Go make sure. That's one of my favorite things. Don't be sure. Make sure. Don't be sure that you're right. Make sure that you're right. You have opportunity to go and make sure. That's going to get the javelin. Right. You have an opportunity to go get the javelin. Yeah, you might be the best shot ever, the best with the 9, but hey, let's go get the javelin and finish it. Like, let's work smarter, not harder. You know what I'm saying? Right. Just go and make sure. Make sure. Don't be sure you're going to win. Make sure you're going to win. Okay? And that's what that is. Don't let that demon defeat you. Well, you said you had another one?
Yeah, come. And also, too, I think the sister said something pretty perfect. She said, Salakia, what if that demon already won before you recognize you lost the battle.
Okay, that's a perfect thing. Life is war, made up of many battles. Like the scripture says, you a righteous man falls. How many times?
7 times.
7 times.
Right.
You get back up, but you might fall. You lost the battle. You didn't lose the war.
Right.
So you get back up, go into the next battle, and learn from the battle that you lost.
Right.
Okay? And you go and you battle the next one and you win.
Right.
That's what it's about. You learn. You learn from your mistakes. You know what I'm saying? A smart person learns from their own mistakes, but a genius can learn from somebody else's mistakes.
That's right.
So if you're a smart person, you look at your situation, you see why you lost that battle, you learn from it, and you be prepared for the next time that same battle comes up.
Right.
That's what it is. A righteous man falls 7 times and get up, but a wicked person waddles in their mischief and stays down there and is, oh, whoa, why me? No, okay, you got me on that one. Take it on the chin. Okay, you got me on that one. I bet you it won't happen again, though. Right. And you got to have that confidence. Okay, I slipped up on that one, but I'm going to keep it pushing. I bet you it won't happen again.
Right.
I bet, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to waddle in my sorrow and pain and woe, it's me, woe, it's me. No,
right.
You got the truth. You know what I mean? You slipped. You get back up and don't slip on the same damn banana peel. Right. You know what I'm saying? Know that the banana peel is there and you bob and weave around it, man. So that's that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You get up and keep fighting. Go ahead.
Okay. It's one more. And actually, if I may, that was perfect what you just said because of this precept and based on what the sister had asked. If I may. So Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 1. My son. So also when it says my son, always understand that this applies to all of Israel. Whether you are a man, woman, or child, right? My son, if thou comes to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Right. And so and that's a clear cut. You know what I'm saying? You're going through, when you come into this truth, sometimes people do think it's going to be all peaches and cream, but it's not. The Lord said, prepare yourself for temptation. You know what I'm saying? You ain't better than Job was perfect. Think of Job, that you doing so great. The Lord sees you like, hey, that's my hitter right there. He gonna try him. Right. He gonna make sure, you know what I'm saying? He gonna prove me right. Prove the Lord right. You be the person that proves the Lord right. Imagine that the Lord is choosing you to be tested and prove the Lord right. Okay? Prepare yourself for temptation so that you can win that battle. But let's get back into these last days scriptures before we get up out of here, man. And so that was that one. That was Matthew. Let's grab 2 Timothy 3 and 5. I'm still like 3 and 1 through 5. We'll get through that, and then let's grab you can grab 1, 2, just so you can go to Daniel. Okay, Daniel 12. Yeah. So go ahead. You got 2 Timothy.
I do.
Go ahead. Read that.
Okay. 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 1. This now also, that in the last days perilous times shall come.
Right, perilous times, difficult times. Like perilous times, like you're going through peril. Difficult times will come in the last days.
Right.
You got to understand that. You're going through difficult times. Know that we are in the last days and times will get difficult. Right. You just got so comfortable because things were so good. Things was going good. We living good. We happy. We rocking. We doing our thing. Everything is smooth. Okay, yeah. You can be strong when things are smooth. That's good. But can you be strong when things is tough?
Right.
Can you keep that can you keep that same energy though when things get tough? Or are you just such a coward you're gonna tuck tail and run to the other side where it's more comfortable at? Right. Or can you lay in battle in these trenches with me?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's easy to tuck tail and run to where it's comfortable, but can you stay here, thus saith the Lord, and battle with me in these tough times? Because it said peril times will come. But what you gonna do when they come? Keep going.
For men shall be lovers of themselves.
But for what?
For men shall be lovers of themselves. For men shall be lovers of their own selves.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves. That's what we're loving what you want. You know what the Lord wants for you. You know what the Lord says you're supposed to do. But you want to do what you want to do.
Right.
Because you just love yourself and your own happiness. You don't care about the big picture.
Right.
You just care about the small picture. What's going to fulfill my lust right now today. Not for how this affects me. Not how this affects my family. Not how this affects my children. All I know is I feel good today. But you know, your child is going to be a whore later because of your action. Your child is going to be a drug dealer later because of your weakness.
Right.
Okay. And that thus says the Lord. Read that. Go ahead.
You said Daniel 2 and 12?
Yeah, I pulled that one.
Okay.
I pulled that one for a second. No, I said Daniel 12.
Oh, Daniel 12.
Yeah, 12 and 4. Hold that one. Go ahead, Priest.
Go. Covetous. Boasters. Proud.
Covetous, boasters. You want covetous. You want what somebody else has. You want what the heathens has. Usually it's what the heathens or the devils have. Boasters. You know, you just, boasting on, mediocrity. You know what I'm saying? Like the Lord is offering you the kingdom and you happy because you got, a crumb. Like I said, you happy for small satisfaction when the Lord is trying to give you endless glory. And you just happy for a temporary high. Okay, go ahead.
Covetous. Boasters. Proud. Blasphemers.
Right, proud. And this is what you got to understand in these times. Like this is what's going on. Blasphemous, proud, covetous. Keep going.
Disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy.
Right. You see that's going on. I think we just said the dude just murdered his grandma.
Right.
Let's say if he was disobedient to his parents. How many children are disobedient to their parents right now? Right. You know what I'm saying? How many of our, that's what's happening. Your children are being disobedient. Things that is signs of the end time. That's signs for you to be stronger, not weaker.
Right.
Okay? That is times that we've been preparing for. Don't fall weak now because things were so nice and comfortable. Now you forgot that we was in a war. When things got so comfortable, you forgot that war was coming. And war is going to come to your doorstep. And you're going to have to battle for the lives of yourself, your wife, your children. You got to battle for these things.
That's right.
It's not going to be easy.
That's right.
It's not going to be, you got to battle and fight and claw for them. It's a war. We don't go out and do Hebrew Academy and fight physically. That's for us. It's not, if anybody, it's not only physical, it's a spiritual warfare that we go through out there as well to prepare us for this battle. And you can't give up. You got to battle. You got to suffer. And you battle every night, every day, all day, in the middle of the night. Wake up, go to sleep until you win because your life depends on it. Your children's lives depend on it.
Right.
Your ribs' life depend on it.
Right.
Your family's legacy depends on it.
Right.
Okay. This is thus says the Lord. This is what's going to happen in these times. Disobedient to parents, ungrateful, unholy, heartless. Go ahead, keep going.
John. Disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy.
Unthankful. Wow.
Right.
Unthankful. People would be so ungrateful that it hurts you to your soul. I'm talking about you can literally go grab the moon out the sky and present it to their feet, and they'll say, "You've never done nothing for me."
Right.
Okay. You could have been there for them, did everything you could for them, helped them when they was at their worst, did everything, and they would say, they would still find a complaint to say, "Man, you didn't do enough. You should have did more." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You should have let me use you up more. You should have let me take more of your time and energy and space. You should have let me use you more.
Right.
Okay? That's what's going to happen. People are going to, they're going to take even more about it and say, "You've never done nothing for me." And you could have took them off the streets, gave them a place to live. You know what I'm saying? Helped them out of a bad situation. You could have done so many things. But in these times, they say it's going to be what, Makari?
Come. Verse 2, for men shall be lovers. Verse 2, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud and blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful and unholy.
Unthankful and unholy, unset apart.
Right.
Okay, unset apart. We are to be in the world, but not of the world. We're supposed to be set apart.
Right.
You will find your family and your friends trying to be like the world, and you got to battle it. They ain't trying to be holy no more. They ain't trying to be set apart. They're trying to follow the trends. They're trying to do the things that everybody else is doing. You're going to catch these things happening because it's a big demon, and you got to battle it. You got to continue to battle against it. You got to continue to battle against it every night, all day, because you're not battling. You are battling for the souls of your family, of your children, of your nation.
Right.
Okay? Right. Keep going.
Gun. Verse 3.
What?
Without natural affection, truth breakers, false accusers, incontent, fierce, despisers of those that are good.
Right. You know, they're going to despise you because you're good, because you're telling them the truth, because you're trying to give them the real. You know what I'm saying? They're going to hate you for it. They're going to despise you for it, but you got to keep battling. Keep going.
Okay. Verse 4. Traitors, heady, high-minded lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God.
Right. People are going to love what makes them feel good more than the Lord.
Right.
And that's what it is. People are going to love what makes them feel good more than they love the Lord. Because I feel good today. My belly is filled today. I'm high. I'm so high today. I feel all type of way. I did all the drugs. You know what I'm saying? I look at the, you know, like I've had sex with all the men. I've been having sex with all the women. I'm just in bliss right now. You know what I'm saying? I've done everything. I feel my most beautiful. I went outside naked today, looking like a whore today. You know what I'm saying? And every man was on me because I was showing all my ass cheeks all day. I was showing all my breasts today. I feel great knowing this against the Lord.
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 5. Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away.
Man, that's you know, having the form, you know, that just.
If I may just read it one more time.
Go ahead.
I don't think they heard it.
Oh, let's get it.
2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 5. Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof.
Having the form of God, that just screams the Christian church.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And every demon in it, having a form of godliness, like you think they must be of God. They got nice cars.
Right.
They looking pretty. They out there like, yeah, she looking so good. Like she had to suck 4 penises for that car every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She had to go in there and collect dollars. You know what I'm saying? 4 quarters of, you know what I'm saying? People throwing dollars at her. You know what I'm saying? To get that. This brother had to go murder and rob people to look like the Lord must be with you. Right. You shining like the Lord is shining on you because you didn't murder the community. Right. You didn't rob everybody and stole, pillaged everything. Okay? You didn't hoard with every man, you know what I'm saying, to get these things that you have. You know, this Christian church, they you know, they didn't rob you for every penny that you got for a false hope because they told you, you know, you don't got to keep the commandments. All you got to do is pay me tithes and the Lord is going to forgive you. Right. And that ain't in the scriptures.
Right.
Okay? They denying the power of the Lord. They telling you that the Lord is not going to put you to death for these actions.
Right.
They denying that power. The Lord is going to put you to death for the behavior that you're doing.
Right.
Right.
And the only reason you ain't been put to death already is because he's giving you, having mercy on you, or he's trying to get you puffed up enough so when he does what he's going to do to you, they know it's nobody but the Lord that did it, like he's going to do to America.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's going to puff them up so much and so big. When the Lord tear them down, everybody will know that it was the Lord that done it.
Right. That's right.
Okay. That's is that it? That's 5.
It's 1 or 5.
Go ahead. That's verse 5 though. Go ahead.
Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away.
Right. And that's gonna make people leave you.
Right.
And that's of the Lord too. Go into the world. You're gonna go like people, who the unbelieving want to depart, let them go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If that's what you want to do, hey, that's that.
Right.
And we gonna I ain't even, I ain't even finna. Hey, shalom.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's that. And man, that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate that that's the path you chose. And we'll see what the Lord has for you. And you gotta just let it go, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't, we can't what we say in the truth, we can't force crowns on people's heads.
Right.
Okay. They want to avoid it. They want to be in the world. They want to die from fentanyl. They want to continue to do dope and weed and have sex with. They want to catch a what can I do?
Right.
What that the world ain't already showing you is gonna happen.
Right.
Right.
You see what's happening around the earth, and you taking advantage because you got brothers in the truth praying for you.
Right.
Standing in the, but after a while, the Lord gonna say, "Hey, that's it.
Right.
This sister is not gonna come back. This brother, he loves getting high more than he loves this truth.
Right.
He loves whores more than the truth. What can I do? I can't do nothing for him. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna bring you down. Go ahead, grab that scripture you got, please.
12 and Daniel 12 and
Yes.
3, right?
4.
Oh, it's 12 and 4.
And for people who don't know, these are the last, some of the last days precepts, because I just wanted you to understand that the things that you're going through, because we are in the last days.
Right.
And these are the times when you're supposed to be strong, because it says those who endure to the end. You know what I'm saying? Look at Moses and the fact that he didn't get to make the kingdom because he didn't endure to the end. And he did amazing works. We all know the story of Moses and what happened with Moses.
Right.
I don't even think his bones got to even be buried in the promised land.
Right. Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like it gets deep, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta really make sure, make sure that you're doing the things you're supposed to do to get your position amongst the elite. Okay? That thus says the Lord, but go ahead, keep going.
Daniel chapter 12 and verse 4.
Uh-huh.
But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even unto the time of the end.
Uh-huh.
Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
Right, and so that's what's going on in these last days.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that book was sealed, was sealed up. Like it's just, you know what I'm saying? We just getting this truth, and people are going to and fro, like it just said. Look at all the transportation we got.
Right.
People going flying on planes here, taking trains there, taking boats here, taking jets there, taking helicopters there. People going to and fro in the earth, going to this doctrine, that doctrine, it's to and fro. And it said, and what would increase?
And knowledge shall be increased.
How many people are geniuses because of the damn internet?
Right.
Everybody think they got all the knowledge in the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The book is sealed up like for privacy.
Right.
The book was sealed up, but everybody got knowledge. Everybody is the scholars because of the internet.
Right.
Knowledge is increased like a mug in these last days, like it said it was going to be.
Right.
Everybody knows the truth. Everybody has the truth. Everybody got it. Many false prophets. Everybody knows.
Right.
People going to and fro. You know what I'm saying? But this don't mean necessarily that knowledge is profitable.
Right. Right.
Okay? That's because you think you know. So people think that the mysteries of the earth is in the newspaper that they just got with their horoscope. People are, you know what I mean? People are living their lives because of a horoscope from a newspaper or from an internet website.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. But in these times, the truth is getting revealed.
Right.
The real truth is getting revealed. And they told them to seal it up. And in the end, it was going to be revealed. Ain't that what it just said?
Right.
Until the end, right? Read that again.
Right. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book.
Shut up the words and seal the book at that time of Daniel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Until the end. Read that. Keep going.
Even to the time of the end.
Even until the time of the end. And what's happening in these end days? We finding out who we are, what our mission is, what we're supposed to do. These are the times you're supposed to be the strongest. When you're going, anybody can make it when things are good and happy and hunky-dory and things is feeling good and living good.
Right.
What are you going to do when things get rough?
Right.
When things are not so nice. Things ain't feeling so good.
Right.
You know, I'm not so happy no more. You know what I'm saying? This person that I love every day is actually starting to irritate me to see him. It's actually starting to irritate me to see her, whatever the case may be. What are you going to do in those times? Are you going to give up? Or are you going to use that time to dig even deeper, to go deep into your bag and say, man, I'm finna, you know what I'm finna come with the most amazing, game to, make sure that my family is right for these times.
Right.
I'm going to put out all the stops to make sure that I've done everything that I can. So if this continues to go bad, then I'm absolutely blameless.
Right.
I did everything I could do to preserve my family.
Right.
And it didn't work. Right. And at that point, you dust your feet off. You dust your feet off at the gate, you wash your hand with it.
Right.
And let the unbelieving go if they want to depart. You are no longer under bondage, thus says the Lord. Okay? Let's get a couple more, man. Matthew 24. Did we already did 24? No. We'll go to Matthew 24 real fast. We did 24, but let's go. Let's keep going. Yeah. I wanted to keep going on that. I had a couple more. 24. Let's go down to 21. Yeah, then now you can grab 2 Peter. 2 Peter 3:3.
Wait, the first one is what again? So like I said.
Matthew 24 and 21.
Okay, I got you.
Let's go.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be.
Hold on, Salaki, if you could, start that from the top one more time.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation.
For then shall be what?
Great tribulation.
Great tribulation in the last days. Are you going to go through great tribulation? Keep going.
Such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time.
Right. Something that has never been seen before. Like something that's, I said, what we're going through now, man, it's unprecedented. Like, because it's happening, we see it like it's happening everywhere in every aspect of life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because people can go to and fro, they're going everywhere and doing it. It's the mental warfare, the internet warfare.
Right.
Like, the warfare is something that we've never seen before.
Right.
It's in the schools. It's in the food. Right. It's in the air. It's in, man, it's crazy what's going on right now. The warfare. Something that we've never seen until now. Right. Thus says the Lord. Keep going.
As was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be.
Mm-hmm. And it never will be again. You know what I'm saying? What's going like this is gonna be the last days. It was like thus says Lord, it was gonna be the last time. This is the last. Right. Israel gonna be put in its proper place after this. Right. And we're gonna never have to suffer this again. Okay? Keep going.
And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved.
Right. How if things continue to go, you know what I'm saying? I'm just breaking it down. That's why I would have asked y'all what that meant. But if things continue to go like they're going, unless like you just said, the Lord got to cut these days short, because everybody would be wiped out, because they wiping out the ozone layer, they wiping out the air, they wiping out the water. Baby formula ain't there. Food is in source. I think they were talking about chickens ain't got wings no more. Like it's just everything is going, is being wiped out. And if it continue on this pace, nobody would survive. But look what the Lord said. Keep going.
And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
Right. For the elect's sake.
Right.
For the children of the Lord. For our sake, he ain't gonna let this thing destroy us who endure to the end.
Right.
Who fight against our flesh. Okay? Who endure to the end, who goes against, who are truly in the world, but not of the world.
Right.
Okay? That is what it's truly about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The elect. That is who the elect is going to be. That, what is it, 2/3 or something like that?
Right.
Like, we have to do it, man.
Right.
This is thus says the Lord. And he's going to shorten them days. I know it seems tough. I know it seems like, you know, why me? Why me? Why is this happening? And the Lord don't care about nobody. You know, you're going to see very soon.
Right.
This, you know, the time when you're the weakest, that's when you got to be the strongest. The time when you feel like giving up, that's when you got to push through.
Right.
That's when you got to keep pushing through. When you feel like giving up, that time when you feel like, man, why is it so hard? Why is everything in me telling me not to? Because you're going to miss out. This is the last stretch. You know what I'm saying? What they call it in the sport, this is game 7, win or go home.
Right.
Like, this is it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this is where you show if you're going to endure to the end. That's why it's so hard, because he's trying to squeeze out the cowards.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Back on the air, sir.
Oh, you back on?
And the sister said the white man's the devil at the Bible speaks, sir. You give her a hand.
Hey. Hey. All right. So, because mine ain't say reload.
It's back on, sir.
Okay, let me check your connection, but it's not letting me back in either.
If you guys can see the stream, the live stream, put 144, all right? In the chat, 144, if you can see the chat, all right? And you can hear the audio as well. Baba Bashar.
Yeah, the Satan is not trying to allow us to get through this message today. Must be something to it. I'm not, there must be something to it. Must be something to it. If you can hear, like the brother said, if you could just, we did one last time, so put 144 if you don't mind, to make sure that we can hear. But like he said it's never happened before. We've been cool, and it's just it's something.
So if I may, so like the sister said, last thing that I heard was it would squeeze out the cowards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, there.
Okay.
And give her a hand because
right. And that's what even though I don't see mine in but it's back up. You said it's back up. I don't see it on my page.
People are responding right now, so come.
Okay. Yeah, it's just my page probably just acting stupid.
Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So,
yeah. All right. So, like the sister was saying,
it will squeeze out the car.
Yeah, it'll squeeze out the car. All I'm saying is like in these times, this harsh time that we're going through, you know what I'm saying, that everybody's going through, the pain, the suffering, the stress, the anxiety, the depression. It's to squeeze, like when you work out, one of the things they say, pain is weakness leaving the body.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Have you ever done push-ups? You see after a while, like it hurts, and then you got these pains in your arm. Like that's actually you getting stronger.
Right.
That's your muscles ripping and getting stronger. Then for the next time, you're gonna be able to do more push-ups.
Right.
Pain is weakness leaving the body.
Right.
Okay. Leaving the mind, leaving the spirit. So that's why that scripture say, prepare yourself for temptation. Okay. You got to prepare yourself for it so you can endure it, because we're in the time of endurance right now. To the end, like it's going to get tough, because you got to get all the weaklings out. The people who's going to allow their mind to be open and tainted. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to allow homosexuality and drug use? Who's going to bend and break the rules? You got to get out. You got to get out. And that's what's going on right now, man. So, let me see. Is it back up on mine, man? They still ain't put me back in. All right, but y'all said y'all got y'all though, so that's all that matters at this point. It's back up on y'all end, just not on mine. Okay. Okay. All right, no sweat.
It's back up, sir.
Okay. No, you got it. It's just on Facebook. That YouTube or Facebook?
Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter.
All of them is up. So
that's how StreamYard works.
Okay.
And then you got people in the chat saying 144. They're also saying it's too wild now, sir. So,
okay. So yeah, that was that. So let's get back to these scriptures, man. Let's finish these last couple scriptures. We're gonna get up out of here. Was that it on that? Was that 22? Did you read all to 22?
He was reading that.
No, Matthew.
Oh, as far as that, yeah, that was it, sir. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that time got to be cut short, because if not, man, we're gonna be wiped out by all the destruction and chaos going on this earth. The Lord is gonna cut this time short in the last days.
Right.
Because if He kept it going too long, everybody will be wiped out. Even though He said, for the elect's sake. Read that part again at the end.
I ain't got that part.
All right. This is Matthew 24 and 22.
Right.
Just that last part, and then you holding Peter's 2 Peter.
Yeah,
right.
2 Peter 3:3.
All right. Matthew chapter 24, verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake.
But for what?
For the elect's sake.
For the elect's sake, for the people who really putting their life on the line for this, who in this truth. Go ahead.
Con. Those days shall be short.
Mm-hmm. Those days gonna be short for our sake. You ain't gotta do it. It ain't gonna go as long as you think. Okay, it ain't gonna be as hard as you think. Like the scripture say, he ain't gonna put you through what you can't handle. You know what I'm saying? Without a way of escape. Thus says Lord, there's gonna be a way out of that situation you feel like it's too unbearable. There is a way of escape out of it. You just gotta take it. Okay. All right, go ahead. Let's get that next one.
First, 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers.
There shall come what?
Scoffers.
Man, there shall come scoffers, man. People who are gonna try to make you feel bad or feel stupid about what you are doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you believing in this Jesus, you believing in that garbage, you still,
Right.
but they still out there blowing rods. Like you still believing in that rod God, you still out there blowing rods,
Okay.
you still out there selling dope, still, you ain't got rich yet, but you still selling dope, you still selling weed, you ain't rich yet, you still a whore. You still selling vagina. You ain't got rich yet. Still.
Right.
That's what scoffers. You know, scoffers. What, really? You still doing that?
Right.
You still on that? You really believe? You know what I'm saying? That garbage? You still brainwashed? Yeah, my brain is washed. It's very clean. Is your brain still dirty? Still? You still got that filthy mind that you got to use what you got to get what you want? You still a whore? You still dirty minded? You still robbing and scamming? Being proud like you doing something because you scamming the people, robbing the people, poisoning the people. You know what I mean? There should be scoffers. Keep going.
Walking after their own lusts.
Walking after what?
Their own lusts.
That's why I just broke down.
Right.
That's they go after their own lusts. They want to risk their lives for big butts and big breasts.
Right.
Now they can't even breastfeed their children.
Right.
That's why there's this big scare about no formula is going on.
Right.
Because you can't breastfeed your damn child.
Right.
Because you walking after your own lust. Because you wanted big butts and big breasts. You wanted to put that poison in your body. Now you can't even breastfeed your own damn baby.
Right.
And now formula is either poison, because at first it was a salmonella spike in formula, and now it's just obsolete. It's not even there.
Right.
When the Lord gave you milk, you can get a baby milk from the Lord.
Right.
But you want to get high,
Right.
so your milk is contaminated. You want to continue to be an alcoholic, a drug addict, so your milk is contaminated.
Right.
So you'll rather give your baby milk from the devil than milk from the Lord.
Right.
Okay, because you walk after your own lust, which is what's happening in these times. Because you decided to walk after your own lust. Now your baby you can't even have a baby and give them milk from the Lord.
Right.
Because you wasn't satisfied with the breast that the Lord gave you.
Right.
Okay, keep going.
Verse 4, and saying, where is the promise of his coming?
Right. Where is the promise?
Right.
You still, you know what I'm saying? Where is that promise? You still believing in this false God? You know how people, the scoffers say, you still believing in that false God. But at the end of the day, they still sucking on that glass penis.
Right.
Right now it's like a glass penis, I believe, with the weed. It's like a glass penis with the weed and the crack, like you know what I'm saying? The bongs, the glass penis, they still, you're right. They still, well, sucking on real penis, because that's they got. Because that's how they get their money. Whatever you do, go ahead.
I was going to say, if they sit there just smoking weed through a straight shooter, yeah, good night.
Yeah, that's what's going on. They got all that. It's happening. It's absolutely happening. You know what I'm saying? So it's not far-fetched at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Thus says the Lord, man. And that's why we're trying to give them the knowledge. Like, now you have the knowledge of good and evil. Now you know what to do and what not to do. Ain't no excuse no more.
Right.
That's why they hate you. Because they know that when you know better, you got to do better.
Right.
And you ain't have an excuse to not do better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so they hate you for bringing light to that.
Right.
Okay. Keep going.
For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation.
And since what?
Since the beginning of the creation.
No, read that part.
You want me to take it from the top?
Just that. And since what?
No, just that part.
Yeah, in sense. It said you said you started with in sense.
Okay. For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation.
Right. And since the Lord, you know what I'm saying, that's what they think. That's what the scoffers say. You know what I'm saying? They think, oh yeah, everything is what it is. You know what I'm saying? What it said in the beginning of that, where is the coming of this father? Where the father fell asleep, everything has been like it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't no sweat. Go ahead and do what you want to do.
Right.
And then you will be looking up, talking about, Lord, Lord.
Right.
Didn't I cast out demons in your name? Lord, Lord. Didn't I, Lord, Lord? He's like, I don't know you, man. You turned your back on me. Go ahead.
Because the thing about the way that they say this nowadays, they reword it nowadays. You know what I'm saying? But it's the same message that they're saying. You know, it's right here. Now they'll say, you know, it's just about, you know, just be happy. Just, you know, do how you do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying stuff like that. You know,
Ain't nothing gonna change. Ain't nothing changed. Things have been like it always been. You still believing in that? Your God is asleep. You know what I mean? The Father, things have been that always. He must be asleep.
Right.
Yeah, right. But let's grab if you could grab we'll finish up. We done. We'll grab Luke 21. We'll finish out with that because I see we running out of time. But we are at Luke 21 and 11. Let's go there.
Luke chapter 21, verse 11. And great earthquake shall be in the and great earthquake shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence and fearful sights.
What we just talked about. The great earthquake, like things that's gonna, because people can look at that earthquake as like physical earthquakes or things that shakes the earth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because this shooting, you know what I'm saying, they didn't became desensitized to this. Like these shootings is almost ain't even a thing. Like they talk about it, like especially when it was the black people that got shot. Like I think I heard about that for a day and it was back to regular scheduled program.
Right.
Now that it was kids, you know, that got murdered, now it's a, you know, I guess it went 2 days, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like they desensitized. But it said, read that from the top again.
And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence.
And famines. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, babies ain't got milk. We ain't got food. You know, they talking about chicken shortages and things, like, you know, famines and pestilence, the diseases, what they got, monkeypox and COVID-19. These are the last days, people.
Right.
These are last days. It's worse than, they saying this is, you know, these things are worse than in times past. Okay? This is thus says the Lord, man. Go ahead.
And fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven.
Right. And people know this is like people are terrified of what's happening. It's like, man, why would they? That's what people say. Why? How can I believe in God? Why would look at the Lord allow these children to be murdered? So they scared of the signs of the Lord, like because they know what we said.
Right.
Should a trumpet be blown in the city and the Lord have not done it? Should there be evil done in the city? What it said? I know we know the scriptures.
Right.
The Lord allowed these things to happen. And they terrified because of what the Lord allowed to happen.
Right.
They terrified of the signs of heaven. That is of the Lord. Because you gotta wake up. This is the last days. It can happen to the elderly. It can happen to the children. It's gonna happen to you. You are next. You listen to me right now. You are next if you continue doing the evil that you're doing.
Right.
Your children are next. I pray you understand.
Right.
Okay. With that, pass the class over to preaching officer Makabi.
All right, Shalom Israel. All right, we are over the time right now. So when it comes to the blessed Israel, we are going to just say all of Israel. All right. ISUK security announcements. We are the ISUK, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister: when a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. That will be the pamphleter. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. All right, pamphleter. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10 means tenth in the Hebrew, Mayashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher, priest fund, free will offering. Now, mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like, upcoming Holy Convocation, the Feast of First Fruits, which is going to be June 12th. All right. As you know, every high holy day, Holy Convocation is going to be at sundown. Okay. So the Feast of First Fruits is actually the last day that we just celebrating on the last day. It started when the Feast of Unleavened Bread. So when the Feast of Unleavened Bread had ended, the start date was the Feast of First Fruits. All right. All right. So if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, they start wearing all black. Boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf, all right? Otherwise, I'm Rajam, we probably have Padam, which means rise, face the east. Okay? The Lord's Prayer, in Hebrew, Abanaw.
Abanaw.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malach Watka.
Malach Watka.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Watazaka.
Watazaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Barataza.
Barataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Nathalanaw.
Nathalanaw.
Lakom.
Lakom.
Call.
Call.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalakanaw.
Wasalakanaw.
Kabawakanaw.
Kabawakanaw.
Kasalakanaw.
Kasalakanaw.
Kabawakanaw.
Kabawakanaw.
Mala'ah.
Mala'ah.
Daba'aynaw.
Dabayanaw.
Manasayawam.
Manasayawam.
Apol.
Abal.
Hawashaynaw.
Hawashaynaw.
Ayan.
Ayan.
Ra.
Ra.
Kaya.
Yeah.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalafwa.
Hamalafwa.
Wa'ala.
Wa'ala.
Wa'atapara.
Wa'atapara.
Wa'alam.
Wa'alam.
Aman.
Aman.
In English. Our Father.
Our Father.
Which art in heaven.
Which art in heaven.
Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
On earth.
On earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day.
Our daily bread.
Daily bread.
And forgive us of our debts.
Forgive us of our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
We forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into
Lead
temptation.
us not into temptation.
But deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Amen.
Amen.
Bless Israel in Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashim Yahushua.
Bashim Yahushua.
Barak Lanawa.
Barak Lanaw.
Wayashal.
Wayashal.
Wahabayah.
Habayah.
Sapari.
Sapari.
Barak.
Barak.
Rafa'ah.
Rafa'ah.
Magun.
Magun.
Hagun.
Hagun.
Say the name of loved ones once. Everyone repeats the name once. So for time's sake, all of Israel.
All of Israel.
Israelite School UPK.
Israelite School UPK.
Bashim Yahushua.
Bashim Yahushua.
Tawara Aman.
Tawara Aman.
In English. Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Say it again.
Say Doobie.
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 Denzel.
Denzel.
Lil Carr.
Jakar.
Jakar. Jonah.
Jonah.
Isabella.
Isabella.
Shanika.
Shanika.
Janie,
Janie,
Yapa,
Yapa,
Izara,
Izara,
Kendrea,
Kendrea,
all of Israel.
all of Israel. Anybody else?
ISBK Minnesota.
ISBK Minnesota.
All destroyed of Israel.
All destroyed of Israel.
All of ISBK.
All of ISBK. Bashim Al-Shah.
Bashim Al-Shah.
The Water Aman.
The Water Aman.
Bless Israel in English. Lord, in the name of Yahweh.
Lord, in the name of Yahweh.
Bless us in Israel.
Bless us in Israel.
In the school.
In the school.
Bless Hill Shield Protect.
Bless Hill Shield Protect.
Loved ones.
Loved ones.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Say evils and curses.
Say evils and
And
curses.
punishment and destruction.
Punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak against us.
Speak against us.
Like prophets.
Like prophets.
The teachers.
Teachers.
The princes.
Princes.
The priests.
Priests.
The Israelite brothers.
Israelite brothers.
In the school.
In the school.
Say evils and curses.
Say evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
Punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
And shake loose.
Shake loose.
The treasure of the rich of Israel.
Treasure of the rich of Israel.
That refuse to give to the school.
Refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches.
Force their riches.
Into thy
Into
sanctuary.
thy sanctuary.
Say evils and curses.
Say evils and curses.
And punishment and
Punishment
destruction.
and destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And the nations.
And the nations.
And the drug dealers. The court system. The prison system.
Prisoners.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
Everlasting synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
The Pope.
Pope.
Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Egyptology.
Militia.
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan. Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation.
Skinheads. Project Brutality. The gay movement.
Gay movement.
The lesbian.
Lesbian.
Spies.
Spies.
Works of witchcraft.
Works of witchcraft.
NASA Space Program.
NASA Space Program.
Army. Navy.
Navy.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Marines.
Marines.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
And the airways.
And the airways.
The cable access channel.
Cable access.
And the radio channel.
And the radio channel.
Convict the spirit into thy people.
Convict the spirit of any of thy people.
That seek to stop
That
us.
seek to stop us.
And bring swift destruction.
And bring swift destruction.
To all the heathen.
To all the heathen.
That stand in the way.
Stand in the way.
Or try to stop us.
Try to stop us.
From broadcast your words.
Broadcasting your word.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Let us all the plague.
It was all the planet.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Through the earth and consume them.
Through the earth and consume them.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief.
And the murder.
And the murder.
Let Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh.
Michael Gabriel.
Michael Gabriel.
From down to flying saucers.
Down the flying saucer.
And punish all the heathen.
Punish all the heathen.
That come up against us.
Come up against us.
As we speak thy word.
As we speak thy word.
Cause it be known by all.
Cause it be known by all.
That is the angel that done it.
As the angels have done.
Cause it spread through the media.
Cause it spread through the media.
Throughout the whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake out thy coming.
Cause them to shake thy coming.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
All right, sir. Which means turn to Hebrew. All right. All right, man. Israel. My Shabbat. Imagine. Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Barak. All right, start to the sisters, which means turn. Wherever you are at in your own place, your city, outside of Minnesota, turn to the sisters in your classroom, all right, or establishment. In Israel, my Shabbat, I imagine. Barak, Yahweh Shemar, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah. My Shabbat, classes with
Money, man.